Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Plunk production. Now I've been playing around with the Sony ZV-1 and having a hell of a time discovering all the different abilities, functionality that this camera has. And I was thinking to myself, what better way to test out this camera than doing what I'm going to be doing with this camera for the next foreseeable future, for the next how many years I'm going to have this camera for. And that is of course showing off DVD box sets, Blu-ray box sets, doing a DVD update essentially. And you've already seen the title to this update, which I'm going to call the TrekGate DVD update, which I know the TrekGate DVD update, which I know for a fact is going to trigger some people out there, and I actually really like the fact this is going to trigger some people out. They kind of see some of the things I have to the side. Before I get into the meat and potato of this video, please, if you wouldn't mind, take a few moments just to hit the subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it's free. Do it. If you're feeling it's more complicated, then simply just by subscribing. There's a like and a dislike button. They both work pretty effectively. There's also a comment section down below. You can leave comments. They really do help out the channel. And if you do decide to subscribe, there's a bell icon that appears. Make sure the quotations are around it and you receive a notification to your device of choice every time I upload a video. Now I have to my left some DVD box sets. One that was an absolute cracking deal, we'll talk about in a moment, and the other one that was still a pretty damn good deal, but literally received them tonight. So we'll talk about the ones you can see right now, and you can see if I bring them up here what they are. And it is Star Trek Enterprise seasons 1 to 4. Now, just simply by owning these is going to trigger some people. Just by showing them off is going to trigger some people. I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but there are a lot of people out there that don't like, really don't like Star Trek Enterprise. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So, yes, season 1 of Star Trek Enterprise. The backs will look relatively the same, but there you go, that is season 1. Of course, we have season 2. The spine, the top, the bottom. Season 3. And of course, the last season, season 4. That was weird. Anyway, I swear I just knocked off one of those sets, but it didn't do anything. So yes, let's look through season 1. Let's go through the actual individual slip cases. They've all got slip cases within them. These are of course the re-released slimline cases that got released way after the initial DVDs came out. So each slip case looks like so. On the back is the disc contents, and there are about 3 to 4 episodes per disc. And if we kind of zoom in here, we can actually get up on close and see descriptions for each of the episodes. So there we go. You open up the case and then we have both of those particular discs. I'm going to assume that each slim case is configured very similarly, except this one, weirdly, this one only has 1 disc inside it. That is very weird, because the rest all have 2 discs inside them. That is rather weird, but it is Star Trek Enterprise after all, so it definitely made some weird decisions along its way. But that has been a look at the 4 slimline pack DVD versions of Star Trek Enterprise. I got these off of Facebook Marketplace. The person was very gracious enough to drop them off at work, and they cost me £15 for those 4 seasons, so really happy about that. This next get was something I did not expect to get. And as you probably guessed by the title, the fact that I said at the beginning this is TrekGate, that this is something gate related. What sci-fi show would be gate related? Of course I'm talking about Stargate. Stargate SG-1, what else would I be talking about? And I've managed to acquire, this is a bit dog-eared, but I managed to acquire the complete Stargate SG-1 series, series 1 to 10. It also includes the Ark of Truth and Continuum. We'll get through this pack in a moment, but I'd like to tell you how much I paid for this up front. I paid £10 for this. £18 in total if you want to include postage and packaging, but I bought this off of Facebook Marketplace off someone up north, and yeah, this was a steal of a deal. This set is normally about £60-70 more than that sometimes, more than about £100 sometimes, depending on where you look. So the fact I managed to get it for £10 is pretty damn staggering. And there's some information on the side there. If you want to read that, you can do so. But if we open up the top of the box, we are presented with 3 really thick cases there. We could actually use the handy dandy port down the bottom to push one of them up like so. Allows us to get a handle on it. And these are seasons 1 to 4. I won't get all 3 of these sets out, but each of these sets contains, you know, 3 or 4 seasons a set, and there are 3 of these sets. So there you go, that's the front of the set. You can see there the cast there for a Stargate. That's the back, the side, that side, the top and the bottom. There we go. If I let you look at the back there, you can see a synopsis for each of the seasons. So you've got season 1, 2, 3 and 4. It tells you the episodes for them. You then break open the case, and inside are just one big stack of all the discs. And on the inside it does tell you the breakdown of each disc and what episodes are on each disc. And there you go. So this is the pack, and you just flick through it. One thing I like about this set is no discs are touching each other, apart from, of course, those were touching each other, but the backs aren't touching each other. They're all separate. Oh, I like those black discs, I must say. They're all separate, and it's a really well put together set, I personally think. There are a lot of people out there that aren't best impressed or don't like these big, you know, these big sets that come out, but part of me thinks, you know, how else are they gonna put like 10 seasons of something? There's 60 discs in the set, 212 episodes. How else are they gonna house that many episodes and that many discs in a set? So it is one of those situations where I do kind of understand where people are coming from. As a package snob myself, I do understand. But at the same token, sometimes there has to be a bit of, you have to meet in the middle. Sometimes there has to be a bit of compromise with these things. And, you know, I think for £10 though, come on, for £10, you can't argue a set like this for £10. So yeah, that's been an update on, a little DVD update there. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how capable this camera is with what I'm going to be doing going forward with it. I'm using my Rode Wireless Go with it, softbox light, all but the aperture is on auto. I may change some of those auto settings. The ISO seems to be going wild, to be honest, because it doesn't lock the settings once the recording starts. But this is, of course, a learning experience with this camera. As I said at the beginning, subscribe, like, dislike, comment, whatever you wish to do, and make sure the notifications are turned on so you can be informed if you do happen to subscribe. Until next time, guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.